I'm going to pick this up from the middle, maintain sterility, get your hands into here. You want to keep your hands inside because they are sterile at this point, and to get your gloves on, you need to stay in this fashion. So someone would tie you, maybe, maybe not. I have Dr. Hyatt here assisting and directing. Maintain sterility as you open the pack by keeping your hands inside the gown. Inside the cuff. This is going to come out now that I have this up. When I say this, I'm talking my hand. It's going to come out. The other hand is holding the inside of the cuff, and you're just working it on sterilely. Okay. It's not on perfect, but that's because I'm going to get my other glove in and on. Sterile to sterile. Okay. Sterile to sterile, fixing it up here. Put all your fingers in. You're ready to perform or assist. Now that I am sterile and everything on the field is sterile, we want to remove things that are cluttering the area, toss it, remain sterile. Proceed to open up the sterile field of the central line in a sterile fashion. The first thing you're going to see here is the sterile drape that the physician is going to use after everything is prepped. Put it off to the side. Continue by moving things out of the way that you don't need. This is the guide wire. This is going to be a main component to the central line setup. So put it off to the side. We're going to play with that later. First thing you want to get is your suture and set it up for the physician. This is the lidocaine. You want to put it off to the side. I'm opening up the suture and prepping it for the physician and getting it out of the way for now. So I put my fingers into the sutures here, squaz pulled out, and now I'm going to go in and get the actual suture. Place it into a field here. Clamp it off and keep it off to the side. Now I'm going to take the syringe here for that lidocaine. Get it ready. Open the lidocaine. Trash anything that's cluttering the space. Get it out of the way. Toss it. Prep your lidocaine. Have it ready to go for the physician. You'll just draw it up normally as you would any other medication. 5 milliliters is in this vial, so you'll draw up the entire vial. Moving on, the next thing you want to focus on is your flushes. I am sterile, so I need to ask for assistance on getting a third flush. You want 3 flushes for this process. Dr. Hyatt, can you hand me a flush?
Sure.
There you go. They drop it onto the sterile field. And you also want to get a cap for the flush.
3.
And you need 3 of those caps. They drop it onto the field and you proceed to prep your flushes now that they're on the sterile field. Add the cap to the flush. Keep this cap on for the time being now. Open your other flushes and repeat the process. Actually, you're just going to open the flushes here and keep them on the field. Your second caps, because we have 3 of the caps here, are going to go at the end of your lumen on your actual central line. This is a 3 lumen catheter here. So you have a blue white, and a brown lumen here. Uncap each lumen. Since the caps cluttered the area, guess what? Toss them. And then you want to go ahead and cap the white lumen and blue lumen. This has a piece on. Toss it. We want everything ready to go. Take that piece off that is there for protection and put it on the remaining lumen, the blue lumen. Notice the brown lumen did not get capped. Leave it open. That will be the first lumen we flush when we engage the catheter. Also note, the reason we leave the brown one open is because the guide wire is going to come out this end, and we need it to be open, patent, and accessible. All right, now that we've discussed the lumen, now we need to get an ultrasound probe cover. We'll need more assistance on this. Dr. Hyatt. Thank you. Now that you are set up there, let's start to set this up for the physician. Your lumen is out of the way, off to the side. Your lidocaine is in, that's number 1, it's first. The second is the needle that the physician would want to use. That is second. It's up to the physician. There are 2 in the kit, but the physician will specify which one. That is 2. 3, guide wire. Right off to the side here, nice and easy. Note, there is anchoring mechanisms for the wire. Put it off to the side, easily accessible for the physician next to gauze. Back to 4, the dilator. You want that next to the needle. 5, your knife. That's going to be used often. Flip it over, easily accessible to the physician. That is how your initial setup for the catheter or central line insertion should be. And the last thing you want to do is to ensure that placement is accurate by turning the sterile field to face the physician, and the accessing additional supplies should be outward facing you.
Should be noted that you don't put anything through the central line until we get a chest x-ray and make sure that it's in the proper position.
All right. As a nurse, you need to wait on the order before administering anything or doing anything with the central line to confirm placement.